recognize you there. I thought you had a whiffle.
I'm gonna grab a coffee. Oh my God, what time is it?
I got it all signed up here. You're all good. $90, $13.24. Hello, Louise.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Do you have a video?
Really? You want me to put my video on?
Yeah, why wouldn't you want it on? I want to see your pretty face.
No.
Everything okay?
I broke my leg, so I haven't been able to freshen myself up.
Oh, come on. Come on. Well, I'm pretty easy, but Lisa is she demands everybody put their video on,
Yeah,
at least
yeah.
so we know who we're talking to.
I did it this morning on Scripps. I'm like, that's it, I'm done. Don't come on Scripps if you're not on.
But she broke her leg.
But
I
no,
broke my
no.
foot. I broke my foot. So I'm still in my pajamas.
What's your last name?
Zavetti.
Yeah, can we just at least get a face with the name?
All right, here we go. Hello.
There we go.
Come
You look
on,
beautiful.
That's awesome.
Come on.
This is so much better.
Yeah, stop
I
telling
can't
yourself
stand
that story that you're
yeah.
not worthy of video. You are so worthy of video.
And yeah, this is.
Me, on the other hand, I
Much
should be
better.
on video mute.
No. No,
No.
that's so good. I'm so glad. Thank you. That's like a huge thing for me. I'm really because I feel like we don't get engaged if we're not on camera, we can easily go get a cup of coffee, run
Yeah.
and do something. And I mean, I know this one isn't a class, it's more of a Q&A. So
Louise, are you going to participate in the pie giveaway?
I'd like to. I need to know exactly what I need to do because I'm not as mobile as I'd like to be right now.
Then have a piece of paper and a pen and take notes because it's actually incredibly easy. You don't even, well, you can organize this thing without even leaving your house, but obviously the day of you might want to be available. But if you're not, we can cover for you.
Okay, hold on 1 second. On the chair.
Yes, there's either T-shirts or.
Calls are coming in. I've been on the phone all morning, just texting everybody and calling everybody. Louise, Mikhail.
oh, did you call her?
Okay.
Tell me
Oh,
those
those are
things
good.
because I have all these
Okay.
people written
Um,
down.
They can
I'm
hear
good.
you. I'm just letting you know. Oh my gosh. All right. Never mind. I've just, so yeah, so I don't know what, I haven't been on any of the calls.
Okay,
So,
so this is, are you new to Keller Williams?
no, I've been around for about 5 or 6 years, but I just retired
Okay,
and now I'm doing real estate.
so did you haven't done any of the pie parties prior?
That's correct.
Okay, so Usually, obviously, we used to have them in person, which was fantastic. And
Right.
now we had to pivot. So where do you live, Louise?
Watertown.
Watertown? So we're having the drive-by pie giveaway in Weymouth. So I don't know where your sphere is, what kind of, where do you sell most of your,
Out this way. So I saw a note from Bob Gill, that said that the pies could be picked up at Russo's, which is a local produce market in Watertown.
because he lives in Brookline, so I think.
Right. He's a Newton guy, and I'm from Newton as well. So that's how we
Okay.
connected.
Yeah, that's one of the
Least-
checklist items. Decide where you're buying the pies and have a little bit of a budget. They're pretty, what do our pies cost?
Well, it depends where you go. So if we go to BJ's around here, they're like between $5.99 and $7.99. Or whatever. But across the street here, they're $15. And at Montilio's, they're about $15. So it depends. And honestly, just remember, we're doing this, we're giving back. We don't have to have the fanciest pies, but you do want, you want something that it's packaged so you can put a little something on top, whether it's a sticker or you put a note on top. Some people will find a poem of gratitude and put that on. But let's say you want to order your box, order your pies,
Hello, Barry.
get your count. And
Lisa.
did you send out any emails or make any phone calls, Louise?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
How many, Louise, off the top of your head, how many clients do you think you'll be giving pies to?
5 to 7. Not a lot.
Okay, that's good.
It doesn't need to be a lot. I mean, the same principles can apply to one person or 100 or more. We're probably going to be around the 60, 70 range. And the list of people, like a lot of agents have been saying, well, who do I give it to? We're like, who do we not give it to? Like,
That's awesome.
Because first of all, everybody that bought or sold a house from us in that calendar year. Second of all, everybody who's a core advocate and who refers us business, sometimes they're vendors getting us anyone that's a fan of our team, family members, neighbors, vendors. I mean, you name it. It's almost hard to think of like, oh my God, we can't if we gave a pie to everybody, we'd be giving away 2,000 pies. That's unrealistic.
But what happens is you send out, we sent out about 600, maybe 700 postcards.
Wow.
We usually don't do that much, but this year we're like, that's it. You know what? We're not putting a lot of money into parties or even like, think about your dollars spent this year probably are a little bit less than usual because of the way things are. So we said, that's it. We're just going to invite everyone. So we invited everyone and sent postcards out. Today we're sending out a flyer, an email flyer, and we're going to be doing 3 hours of phone calls to make sure people who got it or some people who maybe weren't in the list, make sure they know that they're invited. Only a certain percentage. So out of all of that, if we get 60, that's 10% of the people.
Yeah.
So,
but think of it this way. It's not just a phone call. So we're doing a snail mail postcard, an email, and I'm taking a picture of the flyer and I'm texting it to people randomly. Because sometimes you're driving down the road and you're like, oh my God, I forgot about Louise. Boom. Hey, Louise, how are you? Hey, listen, can I see you too? So it's a touch. It is a great touch. It's not asking somebody it's giving. So you're making a touch. It's easy as heck. And you're coming from gratitude. You're giving something to be thankful. And they don't have to have done business with you. You can be thankful for just being a good friend. You know what? Thank you for going to kindergarten with me. Thank you for delivering my mail. Thank you for pumping my gas. I mean, thank you.
Well, I'm going to increase that amount then.
Yeah.
think about your mailman, truly. I mean, years ago, that was very popular. That I know my mother used to take the grapes from across the street and she would make grape jelly and also make a homemade bread. And she would give that to the postman, right? And people just don't seem to do that as much, because we're not home, we don't see them. But imagine, we don't even have to go anywhere. You could leave a pie for him. You can give them the invite, see if they come, but you could leave one for him so he knows that you're a realtor. How many people does a mailman male, woman, no, right? A lot of people, but they're gonna, they knew your name. Now they're like, oh yeah, she's a realtor. He's a realtor. Oh my goodness. So,
We just got a listing lead for a commercial building in Braintree from a past client.
is that the one that just came in?
Yeah,
Nice.
So
That's awesome.
So a lot of people, like another person called last week, said, I just got your postcard and I've been meaning, when I got the postcard, I realized I need to have you over, and I'm thinking of selling my home. So it's, there's parts of it, obviously we're trying to, be, give gratitude. But honestly, we also are just trying to keep top of mind so that we are the person they think of when they think of real estate. And we know there's not a lot of gatherings this year, but if you do go somewhere and let's say you bring this pie and people ask, well, where did you get that pie? They're not even going to ask. They're going to go, oh my gosh, look at this pie. It's from my realtor. And everybody else there is going to be like, what are you talking about? Or they're going to call their friends and say, I got this great apple pie from my realtor. That is what you want. You don't want to be a secret agent.
Nope.
You got to get out there.
Tell the world who you are and what you do, and give thanks and come from gratitude, and you can't go wrong. So I would challenge you to expand your list to 20. It should be super easy. And
So-
that's it, at $10 a pie, that's $200. That's a $200 investment. Never mind your time, but it's money well spent. One referral last year got us about $14,000 because of this pie event.
So let me ask you, how are you delivering the pies, or how are they being picked up? You're having a
I'll
drive?
let Lisa answer that.
So we are having a drive-by pie pickup. So it's in South Weymouth. And it honestly, if you want to come there, if you think your clients would come there, that's fantastic. If not, and you only have 10 to give out, you may drive around and deliver them.
Very powerful.
Or have someone else deliver them, because Bernice from our office, she says she has so many different places that she sells, that it's just too much for her. So she hired a couple of college kids to take her pies and deliver them. Here's 10 in Randolph, 5 in Braintree, so she's having some young kids deliver them for her. But on top of them, it's going to say her name and her, have a little something from her. So she just couldn't possibly do that on her own. Rick and I and Barry and a lot of other people are going to what's called Palm Plain Improvement Center. It's this building. We rented out the bottom floor because it's level with the parking lot. And we're going to have tables in there, and we're going to set up our pies. The clients will be invited to come in their car, drive in, text us or call us, and we will come out and bring the pie to them.
Nice.
So some people are taking orders of what kind of pie. Some people are just saying, they usually call and say, hey, what kind do you have? Or I'll take an apple. I'll take some people have been doing this with us for years. So they kind of get it,
Right.
Someone's going to pick mine up, because some people may not be able to get out. So someone else is going to get them. We have one person, I think she's picking up 4 pies for everybody else. That's what she said. But actually the other people are like, oh, Donna's going to get that for me. And so it's one of those things that's easy. We talk about the 36 touch program.
Right. Sure.
This can be, so you edit your flyer, and if you got one, Lindsay sent one out. Did you get it, Louise?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So you can edit that any way you want, or you can create one on designs. You can email that. You can send out an invite. So even if you, let's say, emailed today and you sent a card in the mail or a flyer in the mail, it's going to get there before the pie giveaway. It's at least another touch. Let's say, so you email, maybe make a phone call on, confirm on Thursday, and then on Saturday, they might receive that something in the mail from you, reminding them. And on Tuesday, you may text them and say, hey, don't forget, tomorrow I'm going to see you at, blank. Look how many touches that is: email, snail mail, phone call, text. And then, so that's 4. If you see them, that's 5. You write a thank you note afterwards, 6. Or send them, if there's any photos taken there, you send a photo to their phone, like, hey, take a picture kind of, or send them a little something afterwards. You have like 7 touches in
Mm.
one event. So, that's what the events are for. We always have the ice cream, the ice cream truck, or things like that we can take advantage of. And most all of them are free. This one is the one that we actually pay for our pies. But I think people are really invested in it when you pay for it.
Yeah,
You're
No,
like,
no,
I gotta make this work.
I did pumpkins a couple of years ago, and this year I haven't done anything, but yeah, I just didn't know, based on what I had received from Bob, just how that was going to work if people were picking up in different areas. So I guess he's ordering, they can just go and pick it up from where.
Yeah, so I think he has a couple of different, because I think he does do some around here. So maybe Kathy Arnold, who works on his team, will be here.
Right. Yeah.
And then I think Matthew Rhines, who's on his team, will be out in the Newton area. So he's gonna have a couple of different places.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think of some, and even when you pick up let's say you deliver them. So this is what we did for Halloween. Rick and I were a little crazy, and we dressed up as Batman and Robin, and we went to people's houses with a pumpkin. Marcia got the pumpkins ready with candy inside them, and we went and we dropped them at people's doorsteps, and we took a picture of ourselves in front of their door and texted to them, because we didn't want, first of all, it takes too much time to start talking to everybody. We'd get 3 houses. The end of the day would be here. The other thing, they would call us and go, wow, we missed you. Oh, wow. We were just talking about you. So it was really fun. So I'd say, if you're giving a pie away, or ask them to snap a picture, maybe when you write on the note, hey, when you get your pie, can you just snap a picture of yourself with your pie for me? Because my leg is broken, right? My ankle's broken. I'm not able to be there. Can you snap a picture of yourself and make sure that you got your pie? And take those and maybe print it out right at your local Walgreens and put it inside the card for them, and say, like something cute, or post it on social media.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
It's a
And that
great
way, they got it, and they send you a picture. That would be kind of fun. And then when you tell them you have a broken ankle, they're going to feel bad. They're going to be like, oh my goodness, well, I'm going to give her the next house, because she's probably, let me call her, let me get in touch.
Oh, the poor thing. Yeah.
I'm on the mend. I'm ready. I'm ready for open houses. Do you have a house to sell? Right. But it's a great thing to take advantage of. And the return, if you start this year, next year, they're going to look for it again, and they're going to look forward to it, and they're going to talk to their friends and family about it. So I don't know. I think it was one of the first things I ever did when I became an agent. I think I became an agent in May. I got licensed in like 2013. And that November was the first time I did a pie giveaway, and I've done one every year since. So I wasn't at Keller Williams then, but we did that. So it was 2 years later. So I did 2 years of pies like that. In my 3rd year, like 2015, we did them here. It's been effective, and I think it's fun.
Luxury now. Congratulations. Good for you. That's awesome. I heard that you're doing luxury.
I'm trying. Well, yes, there is no try. Yes, I am.
That's excellent.
I'll do, I don't care if it's a $200,000 condo or a $2 million, palace or whatever. I mean, I want to treat every single client exactly the same. Have them through the same exact system, create a surprise and delight experience all the way through. So it's exciting, you get to expose yourself in another direction, specialize somewhere. So,
That's
but
wonderful.
I do get afraid, because I do hear some people say, well, I'm not going to call because maybe they sell houses that are just more expensive. And that's not true. Whatever we can do, we're here.
Right. Well,
how do you normally reach out to your clients? And so you just retired, you said?
I did.
So what
Yeah.
did you do before this?
Zoning.
Zoning at a town hall or something?
Say it again.
Like at a town hall, you worked in
Yeah.
zoning? Ah, which
In
town
Border-
hall?
Watertown.
Cool. So you know a ton of people.
Yeah. I
So this is like, hey, sending in a pie over there. Is anybody in the office in Watertown or no?
Yes,
There.
there is. Yep.
So
So I
you
know,
need to make sure there's one that goes there with your name on it.
absolutely. I could send one to each floor.
Yes, yes. Remind them. And boy, you have some background that you can use in real estate. That's amazing.
Yeah, Lisa, I could learn so much from you. I just hired the coach, the Judy Brown, the coach. She was recommended by Alicia.
Oh,
Recent-
yeah. Yeah,
So I just have,
excellent. Yeah, just plug in if you're on, we were on Scripps this morning at 8:30. Barry was there with me. And we kind of turned it into working with buyers, some buyer scripts and some things to send to them. Did you like that, Barry?
Yeah, actually, because, I have potential buyers there. It's a lot of, I realize in this business is a lot of, I don't know what I don't know. And so
Mhm.
when you presented that buyer presentation or, it's like, okay, I didn't know that was out there. There's so much I don't know that's out there to work with. So, I
And
mean,
it's free.
even though it wasn't like a real scripts class, it still gave me real valuable information I need.
Good, good. You know that Teresa ended up sending me an email, like she created one of those, an email and sent it to me to show me. And I said, that's exactly what we did. So we try to stay on script, but once in a while, one of the girls today, she asked, what do I say to buyers to get them to work with me? So I showed them how we, went through a buyer consultation over the phone and sent them the representation to sign and the agreement to work with us. So then we went on to some things that you can do to show your value and why, you have buyers who say, I'm just going to go to the listing agent. I don't really, I don't need a buyer agent. So we kind of went over the scripts of what do we say and how do we get them to work with just us? So sometimes I hope that those little bits of value give you more confidence. So any other questions?
Actually, I just,
do you have any other questions? I'm sorry, Barry, go ahead.
okay, just getting back to the BJ's, they do have an order sheet
Oh,
you fill out. So, just-
that's awesome.
yeah, and I mean, they want your name and phone number. If you're a member, obviously you have to be.
Okay.
The pickup date and time, and then what kind of pies and the quantities.
That's cool, whatever.
And then at the bottom, you can put on there about don't put a price, the price sticker on it.
Oh, nice.
Tell them not to do that. And so they'll give it to you. So that's where you can put your, that gives you a lot of space for a label.
That's awesome, Barry. I didn't know that. I appreciate that. We should send out an email about that or maybe a little video. Maybe if you could, are you coming in here at all?
I am coming in later, yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll upload that order sheet so people can actually see it. Maybe
Okay.
we'll put it on the KW, 735. Are you on the Facebook site, Louise?
I am, yes.
Are you on the Scripps site? Did you join the Scripps and Tips on Facebook?
Actually, I think I did. Have I
Okay,
been on
good.
that? I joined it.
Okay,
I have to go.
okay.
Sorry, I just told something.
No kiss for me, Rick?
I just had a quick question about the labels you're putting on your pies or the note or whatever. If Barry, you're ordering from BJ's, are you then picking up all the pies and delivering them? Are you having, oh, you are, okay,
I'm gonna go, I have a smaller list, so I don't think I'll be having a ton of pies.
okay.
I'm not one of these, I don't have like 500 people to send out to.
Well, you might, never know, Yeah.
You probably do, but you just haven't
Yeah.
written them down. But
So
Yeah, I'll be
One
going
of-
to pick 'em.
so someone had something on one of the sites about what is your cheesiest line for your pie, to put on your pie. And it was pretty funny, the things that people were coming up with. And then someone finally said, just say thank you. Don't put, you're the pie. At the top.
that's it. Because we can get like, oh, I want to have the cheesiest, I want to have the funnest, I want to have the best,
Right.
quote or whatever. And I think, if you write with gratitude, I'm happy to know you, I'm glad you're in my life. That's it.
You're right.
I'm so glad to be, I'm so glad you're in my life. Happy Thanksgiving. Barry, Louise, Lisa. So simple.
Yep. Keep it simple. I agree. Yeah. You don't need to say, you're the I don't know, referrals are the eye of the pie or whatever.
Oh yeah, like something so silly. I really want to almost take it away from the real estate thing and turn it into a complete giving.
Exactly. That sounded as though you were looking for something, giving something in order to get something back, and you just give. You don't want to just, I mean,
Yeah,
you want, but you don't want to.
right. And the get we want, if we're just going to keep it real, the get we want is to be the person that they think of when they think of real estate. We're not looking for them to give us money. We're not looking for them to give us stuff. We're just looking for, we're appreciative of you. And if by chance you or a friend or a family member has a real estate need, we just want to be the one they think of. Do you ever make phone calls to people and say, so, an expired listing or a circle dial? I just wanted to ask if, when you do think of real estate, who's the first person that pops into your head? Do you have a realtor that you think of? And some people might say, absolutely. I always think of blank, or maybe, no, I don't have a realtor in my life. Okay, well, I'd love to be that person for you. I mean, it's as simple as that. If you don't know anybody or you know someone, but you don't really know them, well, how about I become your person? When you think of real estate, I'd like to be the one that you think of. And that's what this is doing, is it's embedding that in their head. And there's Thanksgiving, Christmas, there's a lot of gatherings normally, but there's a lot of talk and people have time off, and they're probably, whether they Zoom call or anything like that, they're gonna talk about this. So we had a client who texted back and said, I don't want a pie because I'm not doing anything and I'll just eat the whole thing. So we said, well, how about doing a Zoom, like have a glass of wine on Zoom and just say hi. She was like, I would love that. She doesn't want to leave her house. She wants to stay home. So I thought, well, what if you do that after the pie giveaway between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you have some friends of yours and have a glass of wine, but you be the one who's on there. And if you notice if you go to those 3 little dots at the top of your screen on the right-hand side, there's a rename, and you know how to write your name in, right?
Yeah.
Just write Louise, Realtor, Barry Green, Realtor. You can change it. So when you're on that Zoom call with your friends, it says Realtor. And then they're like, oh, why do you have that on there? Oh, because I do a lot of Zoom with my buyers and sellers. Why? Do you have a real estate need? So you change that. I don't want to rename it because it's Showcase Properties. But mine always says Lisa Axios Realtor when I'm on certain Zoom things. So do that.
I will update that. That's good.
Have friends, have friends. I don't care if it's wine or tea or whatever. Just say, let's have a Zoom call and let's just see each other and put that on there and or have houses behind you. Put a great screen. If you can create one of those awesome like screens from Designs on Command behind you, it says Keller Williams, says something about houses, right? You're just going to embed people with this, and you don't have to say anything at all. It says it for you.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, you could have you could have the town hall over here because people know who you say Watertown, you can say Homes. You can have like fun little things behind you that kind of talk about who you are. Maybe something over, I think on there you could put something about, maybe a place you want to visit. And people might say, where is that? What does that say? I'm blind. Stay positive, work hard, make it happen. There you go. So there's so many things that you can embed things like that into people's head, and they're like, okay, you know, Louise, she always is positive. She just, she makes things happen. I
Mhm.
need to sell my house. I should call her.
Lisa, thank you so much.
Well, thank you both for being on here. I hope, I mean, this is kind of the last one I was doing, I think before the pie party, unless I do one more like silly video at some point. I don't know, I should get Dakota to dress up like a pie. She probably has a pie costume somewhere. But I hope,
I'll have to show you something. Hold on one second.
yes.
Can you bring that photo that's on the refrigerator that says that I won the contest there? Could you bring that in for a second, please? It's white, black and white. Piece of paper.
When you can't move, this is so difficult. Oh, I love it. I'm so glad you're on here, though. Really glad, because
Thank you. Thanks. All right.
it'd be a weapon.
You see it?
Oh my gosh, that is awesome, but I can't see the picture too well about what you are. Oh, what are you? What is that?
You know those blow up things?
Oh, that just blows it. Yes.
So I just put the t-shirt on from the road race with my number.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. When did you do that? Was that St. Patrick's Day?
No, it was just a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, because it says Patty's race.
Oh, Patty's is it's a tavern.
Okay. So I thought it was like St. Patrick's, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's awesome. So you love to have fun. That obviously happened before you hurt your leg.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Playing soccer.
Really?
I didn't have sneakers on. That was the stupid part.
Oh, you running barefoot?
No, I had Skechers on. You
So
know,
you
they're
slipped?
not very supportive.
Yeah.
Stepped the wrong way, and you know, my foot. So yeah.
Do you still play soccer all the time?
No.
It was just like one of those.
I was
fluke
playing-
things?
And you know, it was just. Yeah.
It's amazing. Like once those things happen, you go, oh, I was so grateful. I used to like, you know, like the simplest things you can't do quite the same. It's tough. But you know what? People are working from home every day. This is probably, if this is going to happen, it's not a bad, you know, you can,
Exactly.
you can
Exactly.
pivot.
Really grateful because it's making me just slow down and really think about my business, because I've been putting everything else ahead of my business. And, you know, there's a lot of demands and I'm like, okay, I'll do that for you. No, I'll do that for you, but I can't. I really need to manage my time and yeah.
My biggest, the thing I find most difficult is managing my time, is
Mhm.
saying, I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to talk to anyone. I'm going to put my blinders on and I'm just going to get through my work. I'm very distracted very easily. So
Yeah.
it's hard, but if we don't do that at the end of the day, it's so frustrating. You look down and you go, what did I do with my time? Oh my gosh.
Exactly. I
So,
know.
okay, let's do it between now. It's 10:30 till let's say 12:30. Let's just make some calls, all of us. Hi, just want to let you know we have the pie party coming up. Whether you sent the invites out or not, doesn't matter. I just want to let you know, look for it. I want to make sure I have your email right so I can send it out. So let's do that for the next couple hours. And then at the end of the day, we'll feel like we got something done. Check it off.
Will do. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, and Louise. I hope I can see you bright and early in the morning on 8:30 on Mondays and Wednesdays. Come and check us out.
I've been on there.
Oh, okay. You probably didn't have your camera on.
This is my phone. I'm usually on my computer. So you'd recognize me, I think, if I were on my computer.
Okay.
I have to update my phone.
All right.
And I look a little different than I normally do, so.
Oh, well, if you have any other questions, just ask me. I'm so psyched that Barry found out that we can order like that. Barry, that was a huge aha that we're gonna have to probably give a shout out to people. So, thanks, everyone.
Thank you all. Take care.
Have an awesome, happy, motivated Monday.
Thank you too. Take care. Bye.